All right. All right, people. Today we're coming in. We're gonna have a little bit of fun with this right here. So we're gonna talk about an issue that's pretty redundant in society right now. However, on the scope of what has been going on and transpiring in the news media right now, we're gonna ask a question, and we're gonna also give our opinion of what we should be bringing to a relationship. So, what should a man be bringing to a relationship, and what should a woman be bringing to a relationship? I have an even deeper question: are the modern women today doing setting themselves up for a good relationship? They
With
always
who?
say that the man is
Themselves?
doing the wrong things.
Oh, with them. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They always saying that the man is doing the wrong things. What are they doing to keep a relationship? And it's weird. It's weird. The reason why I'm asking this question is weird because they have all the access to sex. That's what they have. They could say no, they could say yes, they have control of what happens with sex. Unfortunately, men have control of relationship. So what are women doing to keep their men? Or do they even know how to keep their man? All right, guys, this is your boy Track Veterans. Yes. And there's no apologies.
Yo.
So, brothers, introduce yourselves.
It's your boy Jack Anthony. And like I say, it's gonna be one of those subjects. So if you feel affected, if you feel upset by what I have to say, take your ass down to Rallies, buy you a nice, thick chocolate shake so you can suck that shit the fuck up. Because I don't care how you feel. This is what I have an opinion about, and I'm going to let you know what it is.
And it's your boy Sean Devoy, one part of this no apologies movement. You know what we doing over here. We live to make y'all mad. We live to entertain. We know we're gonna hurt your feelings. We know we're gonna bother you. We know this already. We actually plan to do it. If we don't do it, we have failed in our minds. But if you have a problem with anything that we say, stand up straight. I want you to look forward. I want you to bend over backwards. I want you to turn your head at 100 degrees, stare right into the crack of your ass because I don't give a shit. Let's get into the shits.
Let's get into the shit.
All right, so I'm gonna take the reins first. It's something that runs in my head, and I think with the Jada Pinkett Smith and the Will Smith thing happening, where she said that if he loves her, he should be able to read her mind. Uh, one, not a fair thing at all, not fair at all. And I kind of blame us as men on that. A lot of times we don't say or we don't speak up. Like when our woman get us something, we just appreciate it for what it is. We don't broadcast and tell her, hey, that's really not what I wanted. We just be appreciative of what she did, just the gesture alone. But not we. I'm here to tell you, women, 9 times out of 10, when you think that you know what we want, you are totally wrong. And there's no way you can read our minds. And we need to be able to communicate and comprehend what is being said. So for her to say that he should read her mind and know what she wants sexually, that is a farce. There's nobody that will just automatically know what you want. If you are liberated with your partner, you guys should be able to communicate and speak on that shit as adults. I mean, as grown folk. Grown people discuss things. Grown people have hash things out. We don't just assume or think that we know what the other wants. That's ludicrous. So my question is, how do men how would men keep a relationship going in a positive light? And do our modern women today set that up properly? I say no, because that's why it's so many single women. I say no. I say they don't know how to keep a relationship. They go into relationships with one foot out. That's why you have over 70% of the divorce rate. Yes, there are some bad men. Yes, there are some men who don't know what it takes to keep a relationship going. But if you got a man that's working his ass off to take care of his family, and you leave him because he's not spending time with you, that's kind of, to me, that's kind of a selfish, childish notion, because he's out there working for you and the family. I mean, I can't answer every one of your texts. I can't be there at your beck and call. So I don't understand it. It's kind of crazy to me to even want to leave your man because he's out there working and all that. I think that's ludicrous. But again, I women blame men. You say, "Oh, I'm blaming him for not spending time with me." What are you doing to make the relationship better? Is it all on him?
In whose head?
Right,
Theirs?
right. Yeah,
Theirs?
that's what
Yeah, it
yeah.
is. And there are some women out there, some modern women, if you want to call them that, that'll say that to your face. They'll literally say it right to your face, like, "Yep, I'm just supposed to be here. You're supposed to do A, B, C, D, and E,"
No, it takes, yeah,
with the
that,
straightest face, and not realize that though that day and age is dead, and y'all killed it.
but it wasn't even like that though. It wasn't even like that. It was like if you ask your grandmother or something like that had a successful marriage, it's not like that. It takes work on both parts.
Yeah.
So I don't understand that. I don't have to work to make my relationship work. I don't get it. I just bring this pussy. Like, man,
Well,
man,
there
that
are
is the
also back.
easiest. That is the easiest traded commodity on the market. It's coochie.
well,
I'm just
well,
saying that
back in
is
the
the
day,
easiest thing to get.
back in our grandparents' day, there wasn't a whole bunch of songs out in the radio talking about, "Yo, your man ain't shit if he can't get your Birkin bag." So,
Nah,
our
it
grandparents
was
and
like they was on that, like Betty White and all that. They was on that, use what you got to get what you want.
well, okay, absolutely,
Yeah.
and they would use what they got to get what they want, but they wouldn't use what they got to get what they want as long as he can buy you a Birkin bag.
That
Every man had a shot back in the day. You treated the girl out, courted her, as they called it, courted the girl, you had a chance of getting up in them drawers. Now,
that shit don't
shit,
even happen no more. 40.
chivalry is dead and murdered
Yep.
now.
Everything is flash by night. They get on these apps
Hmm.
and give them the attention that they crave, and then they think they the shit after that. Like, oh, I had
Well,
50 dudes say that I look beautiful. That
well, you got women out there. You got women out there changing their whole look, like changing they damn near the color of their skin and the eyes they was born with because of the attention on social media. So
But they say that's our fault too. But it's like, we don't want that. We keep telling them, I don't want you to have a fake ass. I don't want you to have fake titties. But they still go get it anyway and say it's us. not realizing that you are doing that for your sisterhood.
Yeah,
You
they,
ain't
they
doing that
doing it.
for me. You ain't doing that for the next man. You doing that for your sisterhood.
They doing that because they see other women out there doing it, and on that particular woman, it may look good, but is it gonna look good on you? That's the question. And so it's all about the attention. They see that in this not all women. This goes out to the younger generation, some of the younger generation, and the just the followers. They know who they are. Followers know who they are.
Yeah.
So they see a trend like this Brazilian butt lift thing, and all of a sudden they want to hop on it. They want their ass to look good. And they go out and get motherfucking some fucked up doctor from operation to do their Brazilian butt lift, and they shit looks terrible. So
Awful.
it's all about attention and the next big thing. That's what it's changing into. And so
all
being
of
a
them.
single, yeah, being a single mom and complaining about baby daddy issues and all that, that's at an all-time high too, because that's the thing to do these days, I guess. But they would rather complain about things that have happened or things that's not right instead of try to look into how to work through them and fix them.
Well, here's an interesting question that you can pose to some of these women. If your vagina was gone, like something happened, something happened to your vagina, what would you do to keep your man?
What that mouth do?
I'm serious. Think about that question. What would you do to keep your man?
Invite a friend? I don't know, bro.
But then when you get those types of answers of sexual activity, this here, that here, one, they belittling their man because that's what they think their man is all about, right?
There are men out there that's all they're about.
But that's true. There is some men that's out like that, but it's not all men.
Right.
So if your man loves you and you talk about he loves you and all this stuff, what would you do to keep him? Do you know what he likes? Do you know who he is? Do you even know his mannerisms or his interests? Would you be able to keep him if you had no box? And that's what I mean. That's what I mean when I say, what are you doing to keep your relationship?
Okay, you know what I'm about to do. We about to get into the shits. Now we're not gonna skip that. Okay, said.
Go ahead, bro.
Your lady ain't got no box. You stand?
Yeah. Sid, what's your answer?
It's awfully quiet over there.
Awfully quiet over there to me.
I don't hear nothing over there.
To be honest, me.
Nigga,
No,
you're gonna be out of there.
To be honest, I'll stay because with this one, with my wife, she is pretty cool. We talk, we able to talk. She's one of those rare people on my one hand.
She's standing over there looking at his ass right now. That's
not at all.
She in the background like
not at all. Not at all.
I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Ones I can actually talk to, and that has a little bit of an understanding of who I am. A lot of women, they'll say, "Oh, he like this." Be like, "Bitch, no, I'm not. You have no idea who the fuck I am."
All right, Jack. Same question, my brother.
We could be friends.
That nigga there.
Shit, nigga, I'm gonna tell you the truth. We can be friends. That's all she gonna become to me.
Damn. So we could be friends.
Great friends.
Dap it up.
Dap that shit on up.
Yeah, call her up and play some dominoes.
Play some dominoes.
I'm gonna shoot some pool. Come on, slide through.
I just want to make sure you said this right. You said no box, right?
No box.
No push.
Box gone.
Box
and
gone.
a horrible box loss accident. Just
Friends,
done. Finito.
And see, and that's why a lot of women like
friendship
say for
like a
instance, man get
motherfucker.
erectile dysfunction. Let's say if a man get erectile dysfunction, they will leave. They will leave their man.
Or they'll just go get a dildo, or they can just
No.
go get Viagra for that.
No, they won't just go get a dildo
They're gonna get a nigga
Because-
named Dildo.
because here's the thing. Because they'll take it personal. It'll go back to a selfish notion of them. They say, "Oh, he got erectile dysfunction. He not attracted to me." I've heard that
And-
talk.
In a funny way, I can see it.
That's not necessary. That's not
I can see
necessarily
it.
true.
I can
No,
see
it's
it
not
though.
true at all. Really, it's something
Necessarily
that
true.
some
That's
men
kinda-
go
I call the
with.
bullshit flag on that. I say that. Nah, I call bullshit on that because as quick as we is to say women are like that, it is niggas that's like that when it come down to that box, and I am one of them. Like, so no box came from.
But with what
for me,
but with what Said is saying that yeah, that could happen, but on the woman's side, let's say, you know, dick's gone, it's a wrap, it's over, no more dick. The woman would find a way to make it about her. Like if we couldn't get hard no more, the woman would find a way to be like, oh, it's because he's not attracted to me no more. Whereas if something happens to a woman's box, I don't see a nigga going, man, nigga can't hit that box no more because she ain't attracted to me no more.
Yeah, it ain't about
Like
that.
it would be it'd be a little different, but at the same time,
but
yeah,
I still think
no,
it would be
no
the
box, no
We're not gonna
box.
take it personal.
Gotta go. Like
Yeah, we're not gonna take it personal. Hey, your box
I
is
gotta
gone,
go.
okay? That's what it is.
I'm gonna
You know,
keep it.
I'm
I'ma
not
keep
gonna
it
make
100.
personal saying that.
Wha-
Oh, you're not attracted to me, so you got rid of your box. We not gonna say that. I'm just
Bitch,
gonna
where you
be
put your
like,
box at?
I'm just gonna be like, all right, you ain't got no box. She got box.
Look, I'm gonna tell you this. We be friends.
He said we say we could be homies.
We been home.
Now, I would give my wife I'd give her I'd give her a proposition before I decide to go ahead and chuck deuces. Cause like we can, like, as far as our teamwork, we got good teamwork, 1, 2, 3 team, except for when she goes grocery shopping by herself. Other than that, you know, we good. So I would try to keep her around, but I would be honest with her, like, yo, we got to bring a little substitution player in here. Like, got to bring some off the bench. You know,
Yeah, bring a player off the
I'll
bench.
bring
Yeah,
a
see?
player to be named later. And you know, and if she was like, I'm not comfortable with that, then I'll be like, well,
It's gonna happen one way or another.
or you just gonna get cheated on. But it's not even gonna be cheated. I'm gonna tell you up front, like,
it's not
yo, about to go out, get this box real quick. I'll be back home in time to take the kids to school.
Yeah.
I guess that's what it's gonna be. But to say I'm not gonna do that, that'd be a lie. I'd be lying.
Yeah, no,
Lying.
that's why I say I'll stay. Because
But-
I like our relationship, but I'm gonna fuck something.
Shit.
I'm just being honest. I'm not gonna sit there and not facilitate
He was
my
saying that
needs.
shit at first.
She-
He was saying
oh,
the
but see,
opposite earlier.
but see, a woman would be like, "Oh, why can't you just masturbate?" Like, fuck you. I ain't masturbating. I'll masturbate on somebody else's face. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I bet on the substitution player right on her fucking lip.
But think about that. Isn't these some interesting questions that nobody even really addresses? Because nobody don't want to get in that real shit. That's some real shit.
Oh, you know, a lot of and that's our fault though.
Yeah,
It is.
and that's
It
why I
is
said
That's
definitely
yeah.
our fault.
because we
that-
haven't set a standard.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no standard has been set. A lot of these niggas is super thirsty, like dehydrated thirsty, to where they'll let a woman degrade them, talk down to them, talk about their manhood, call them everything short of a little bitch, just if they have the inkling that they can get them some pussy. If they think that they could possibly, by the end of the night, get some pussy, they will go through hell to get it. And that means making some of these booger wolf bitches feel like they better than what they really are.
Don't you hate it when a booger wolf bitch act like walk with confidence? Like, wait a minute, bitch. Hold on. Time out.
No,
your ugly ass.
Okay. Define walk with confidence, because there's one thing. Yo, you want to walk with confidence? Boo boo, do you? It's when they try to flaunt that shit in your face like you ain't shit. You kind of look at them with the side face.
Like, what?
You look like Flavor Flav right now.
You haven't had this, Jack, but I know Sean has been in the Navy, in Queens for a year.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Remember, women, ugly ass women that nobody would touch.
Nope.
When we was back home.
I don't talk about it.
But they be on the ship.
Nope. Never happened. What are you talking about? Nope.
I ain't never jumped at that shit because I was like,
oh, nigga, you lying. Nigga, we all have. Shut up. I was just trying to get you up off the subject because it brings up a sore spot. Yeah, I definitely did that.
No,
definitely did that.
Bro.
Got back in the port and saw this chick and was like, what in the fuck was I doing?
Bro, I would put my hand. Bro, I would swear to any fucking body that them bitches on the ship I did not fuck with.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Well, I didn't have to see. You were on a ship with women. I wasn't. So I was able to go in port and, dock with other ships that had girls on them. So they looked even better. Like you had farther beer goggles than having girls that are actually on the ship. Imagine being on a ship full of dudes and then you hit a port and then you see females coming off another ship. You looking at them like they all Beyonce.
Nope.
But
I gotta go in the
fuck up and get one hooked. You thinking, I got me one every port, and you get back to the U.S. and she get out that boat, and it's just like, oh, that's what I.
To be honest with you, I was taking motherfuckers' duties. So I just would not get caught up doing bullshit.
Nah, I did that. I can't. That's why I was like, nah, I know what you're talking about, because I did that. And
I used
and
to.
She got off the ship thinking we was about to go hang out.
Hey, nigga, I used to make that paper.
Nigga, my friends and family live here. That's we want to be over there in Australia. Not even Australia, because I definitely didn't kick it with Australia. We over there in Japan somewhere. We ain't doing nothing. Yeah, that's cool, but I might run into Jack. Jack, see me walking with you. You looking like something I should have on a leash. And I'd walk up like, yeah, this is Rex. Rex, this is Jack. Like, no,
I mean, I'm not saying that I haven't taken
kind of like the episode of Family Guy when Quagmire bought the fat chick.
Yep.
Yep. But I ain't gonna say I've taken one for the team.
That's different. That's different. But I didn't have to do that. We had a dude that did that overseas, like on the ship. So we had to do his name was Bulldog, and he knew what it was. So
he was like whoever.
Yep. He always seemed to have the most fun because it was always ugly when they had the house or the money or the car, and it was always he would take it down.
Remember, I said
take that rhino down with his bare hands, and we loved him for it.
The booger wolf is usually the one with the personality. Usually.
True story. Hey, true.
Well,
story.
She got to have something. Like, come on.
But, I mean,
hold
up. Wait, but you haven't met that. Hey, Jack, I know. Once upon a time, you've met that booger wolf that feel like she the bad one.
Nigga, wait a minute.
You know what I mean?
So you act like you don't know the story of what happened to me in the booger wolf.
Well, I'm not the one that can tell your story. It's your story.
Oh,
I can't tell it.
You want me to bring up that Vegas trip?
That's completely up to you, brother. Look, I was not gonna do that to you at all.
No,
like, nah.
Nope. I'm not. Nope, I'm not gonna do it. Nope. I'm just gonna say I have had a book.
They all can't be dimes, man. We're not about to sit here on this podcast and lie and be like, man, I had nothing less than an 8. Like, stop it. Like, that's a lie.
Before.
Yeah,
is-
like every one of us has jumped on that grenade
I
for
have.
the squad.
I bit the curb a couple times.
Man,
There
whew,
you go.
you know, but hey, I will say this to what you said. Had a great time at the Booger Wolf.
Yeah, fun as shit.
They put in all sorts of effort in the bedroom. They try real hard. They try to keep you. You know what I'm saying? The pretty ones know they're pretty, so they just kind of you gotta lay there and take it. You know, but
and that's another thing. It's like going back to the Jada and Will thing. Jada was beautiful. Jada was already in the streets. She had a propensity to go to the street dude. So when Will got her, bro, you were out of your league from day one. Day one. I'm not saying that she's out of your league by beauty wise, mentality standards. She was way out of your league, bro. You wasn't ready for that.
What you mean? Parents just don't understand. That's not street. Oh, my bad.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
My bad. Guess that ain't street. You right.
Yeah. And as long as you guys been married, what did it end up as?
An open relationship.
Open relationship. He don't know how to please me sexually. He is not that super aggressive guy. He's a nice guy. There you go.
Well, I'll tell you this. I know if I was Will Smith, I would take offense to that because I'm Will fucking Smith. Just because of that. Like, so fucking what?
Yeah.
I'm Will Smith. Please me. I would, that's why I couldn't be no fucking, I couldn't be a star of that stature. I couldn't do it. I couldn't
but if
do
I was
it.
a star of that stature, I'm not
openly a dickhead. If
I'm not
I was
getting
that
married.
like,
I'm not getting married.
well, that too, but
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie and say that, you know what I'm saying, especially back then, Jada wasn't a piece, bro.
No.
Jada was a piece.
She was beautiful. She was beautiful. She still is beautiful.
Top to bottom, bro.
Yeah, she still is beautiful. I'm not saying that, but beauty only goes so far. That's what a lot of these women don't understand. You could be beautiful as shit, but still be somebody's headache.
Yeah.
Of course, every woman is somebody's headache.
Yeah,
no matter how beautiful it is.
And that's my point. I'm not saying that she's
every
not
nigga
beautiful.
Didn't had a headache for her.
Not me. Nah, gorgeous. I don't have no woman in my life that's a headache. Nope. Leave y'all niggas out there on that.
Watch the garage door just open. Hey, watch the garage just open up randomly. Just
hey, I just be sitting.
Oops.
So I'm just, these women are gorgeous. I'm not gonna take that from them. Beautiful, beautiful black women, beautiful white women.
Hey,
beautiful
is my lighting getting darker?
Just beautiful women.
Is your lighting getting more? No, never mind. I'm not even gonna give them a shout out. Go ahead, Seth.
Beautiful women, but you ain't got no
Jack
personality. Or if your personality is still hood, which is, in my opinion, immature.
Okay.
What the fuck? You ain't got nothing to offer. You're not growing. I like the red table when they be trying to say that they growing. You're not growing. If you still think a motherfucker's supposed to read your mind, get the fuck out of here.
Well, that's gonna happen until the day we die. Women think that niggas are natural mind readers, and we know how they feel. And if they want something to eat, we know exactly what they want to eat. Like that ain't gonna change nothing. It doesn't matter if you're a booger wolf or not.
That's a woman thing.
Code. That is a code.
No, here's a woman thing. You miss some parts. Baby, what do you want to eat? I don't know. Baby, what do you want to eat? Don't get me nothing. You go get something. Why you ain't bring me nothing? Bitch, you just
I'm just saying, for all these fellas out here with these new what's going on, you got men, you got the trainees and everything. The way that you really tell the trainees apart from women is just simply ask them what they want to eat. Because the trainee gonna be able to tell you, because they're a nigga for real. They gonna be like, oh, out. Motherfucker. Wow, the woman still gonna be
Yo,
under.
that's the code now.
I
That's
don't
the code.
know.
That's
She
the
gonna
code
name
now.
56
That's how you tell?
restaurants.
I don't know. What do you want to eat? I don't know. What you doing? Yeah, all that. Yep. I look forward to that when I come home to that. Yeah. I'm actually glad that my wife doesn't have to go back to a brick and mortar because I don't have to hear them stories. That bitch Sabrina in the job. Remember Sabrina? No, I don't.
You still gonna hear them
Really?
stories, nigga. She gonna be at the
All
store.
I'm thinking about
nigga,
right
and
now is
somebody.
Sabrina.
yeah.
That
All I'm
bitch.
thinking about right now is the fact that I'm in the Super Bowl in Madden and I'm sitting here listening to you and I'm trying to get to my game. That's all I'm thinking about right now. See, simple. We don't want much. Women, ladies, we don't want much. Feed me, ride me, shut the fuck up, let me watch ESPN. I don't like it's not a lot that we want.
Not at all.
Simple. Look at that. Look at that.
I work hard to bring money into this house as long as you let me do whatever I want to my car.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and second that.
And that's
I'm
your
gonna have to
right.
second
I
that.
third that. If that's what you want to do, that should be allowed.
But dudes are punks nowadays. As a matter of fact, I'm not, you know what? Stop. I'm not even gonna say nowadays. Dudes been punks like that for a while. That's why the women are walking around thinking the way that they thinking. Because of us, because of the us allowing that to happen. You're absolutely right, Said. It should be. You know what? If I want to do something if I want to fix my car up, if I want to do this or do that, I should be able to do it. I work every day, long hours, bringing home the bacon. But yet you feel like you have to ask permission to your significant other to spend money that you made. Where they do that at?
Right.
I include my wife in every decision that I make, but trust and believe there are certain things where I'm going to do it. Well, I don't think that we should, but I'm going to do it. Sorry. Not sorry. You see? But a lot of guys don't think like that. They'll sit at home and live a miserable fucking life. A miserable life.
For no
for
reason.
no reason other than they don't want to make their wife mad. Like, let me ask you guys a question, man. Like, do you think this would be like this if we were allowed to beat the shit out of our wives like back in the olden days?
No.
You think it would be like this? Like if your wife could say some of the things they say now, and we could look at her and basically grab her by the face, turn it this way, turn it that way real fast, and watch her body just go like that real quick, and, blah, blah, and drop on the floor. Do you think that it would be like this?
No.
It wouldn't, would it?
No. That's why I told you last time we have first world problems. Shit that don't even mean anything. You talking about women are talking about that are here saying that they are most oppressed. Like, since when are we making you wear garb to cover your whole body? Since when are we oppressing you to where you can't get into the workforce and make just as much as a man?
Well, you oppressing these women because you're not paying for their OnlyFans. That's why.
Yeah.
You
You're
want
being
it for
stingy
free.
with the OnlyFans money. Gotcha.
Fuck they OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So you're the freest women in the world, yet you still complain because you want to be like the men that you say that you hate. I don't understand.
And we never will.
Well, see, and see, that's not all women. So
I didn't say all women. I'm talking about the ones that are complaining.
Yeah. The ones that complain, and sometimes they complain just to complain. They really don't want nothing. They really don't know a solution to the problem or anything. They just want to complain just for the sake of being a woman and complain.
But I don't even believe that. A lot of them will say that they want equality. But it's not equality that they are looking for. They're looking for superiority.
Well,
Um,
we do get them equality. That's you got
That's-
niggas that don't work to take advantage of women. That's the equality that we have. Like just like there's women that take advantage of niggas and take them for their money. It is niggas that take women for their money, successful women for their money. It is a 50-50 thing that we're doing here.
well,
Equality.
well,
Everybody
there's-
get played.
there's equal opportunity, but not equal outcome.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
the opportunity is there for everybody. Everybody starts at a finish line. Equal. But it's what you put into the race that gives you the outcome. A lot of women don't want to put in that same effort. WNBA, prime example, right? Yes, they can play ball. Yes, they out there doing it, but they're not bringing in the numbers. So the outcome of how much they get paid is going to be different than the NBA players, because the NBA players are bringing in the crowds, bringing in the revenue, bringing in the money. WNBA is not. And here's the funny thing is that, yes, you have the opportunity, you have the equal opportunity, but your fan base, women, are not supporting you. There's more women than men in this world.
A lot.
So the WNBA should have surpassed the NBA by now.
That's true.
If you're not going to get the support and you're not producing the numbers, you can't complain that you're not getting paid enough.
Yeah, buddy. But yeah, man, like it's there are certain things that, of course we feel like women can do to maintain a relationship, but if we're not going to speak up about it, if it's only going to be a chosen few that speak up about it, but then there's still a chosen few that feel like we're supposed to just sit back and continue to let women walk over us because we're men and we should just take it, nothing's ever going to change. Like we would have to literally unify and come to a conclusion and stick with it, all men. Like, nah, we're not just going to accept this. I just bring my love. Nah, I could pay for that. But they got to bring something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to maintain this relationship, what are you doing? Not we at the table. I saw what you brought to the table. I decided to go ahead and let you come on to the table. Even though you ain't bringing that much. Come on. We've made that decision already. Now we at the table. We're in a relationship. What are you doing to maintain a relationship?
Yeah. What are you doing to help me build?
A lot of women think that what they did at the beginning is all they have to do throughout the entire relationship. No. And that should be enough. Nothing changes. And they'll tell you, oh, you wasn't saying that when you met me. You didn't want me to be A, B, and C when you met me. It happens.
It does. But then on the flip side, because I'm about to play devil's advocate, what do you do? Well, it's niggas out there that ain't doing their job. It's niggas out there that got that good woman that's out there, like she's trying to do the best she can. But on the flip side, is what I call bitch boys out there. And that's why this society of women is becoming more independent, if you really want to say it. It's because these bitch boys are out here fiending and living and riding off these women, or you got niggas that's living double lives. You feel me? So,
all right. Do you feel like these women now are more independent than women of 10 or 20 years ago?
Well, because they don't want to see. The thing is, if you really step back and take a big look at it, these newer class of women seen what these older class of women went through, and they seen all that what's called, and they like, nah, I don't want that to happen to me. So they put that, it's that barrier up, and it takes a special kind of man to come in to bring that barrier down. Like all of us, I'm pretty sure our women have all had their barrier up. I'm not sure. I know my woman, I'm speaking for myself on this one. My woman had a huge barrier up, huge barrier. She's very independent, very, oh, I do this or I do that, and for what do I need to do this? What do I need to bring and all that stuff? And so throughout our relationship, as it grew and as it's growing, she naturally is fulfilling her side of her role without me even really having to say much. I say things, but then it'll naturally just flow. And that's because when she stepped back, she's seeing what these older women went through, and they was like, nah, I don't want that. I don't want to be at home knowing that my man out there fucking a whole nother bitch or fucking a whole half a bitch, whatever.
but
and then they became like that because of what they seen the older generation of women went through. And that's how they arrived to this. So to their defense, sort of say to some of them, this is why they are this is why they is the way they is. But some of these other women though, I don't know what kind of shit they own, man.
But see, I can't, it's hard for me to take that as a full thing for most women, because most women don't know what a relationship between a man and a woman really is, because they never seen it. All they've seen basically is hood booger shit. And what I mean by that is you have the older women getting with the most popular guy in the neighborhood who is already a whore. And so you're trying to change a whore into a husband. That shit don't work. And the same goes with a man trying to turn a hoe into a housewife. That shit don't work. You got to be a wife or a husband before you even get a relationship. That's a prerequisite before you get in a relationship.
And see, that's your old school way of thinking when it comes to that.
No, that's new school.
Old school people think.
But I'm
new
saying,
school don't think like that. Nah, okay. No, they don't. They don't think what you just said. No, the hell they don't think like that.
I didn't say they think like that. I'm saying what should be. This is what should be. That's a prerequisite. That's what should be. You can't turn, just like when these women say, oh, I'll submit to a man when I find the right man. You don't turn off femininity and turn it on. You can't turn it off and turn it on like that. You either is or you ain't. That's bottom line.
But then that's taking away somebody. If you say that, I believe you can. I believe a woman can do that.
Okay.
Because if she realized a man ain't the nigga that she thought he was in the beginning of a relationship, and this nigga turned out to be a total flop, because there's a lot of niggas out there that meet women and then they become a flop bucket, then they could turn that feminine, they could turn it off. They don't have to put themselves out there for a man that they feel that's not good for them. Like, I mean, come on, man.
No, I understand what you're saying. I grasp what you're saying. I understand it, but name me a lot of these women, and you've been with them too. You've been with them to where you're doing everything you're supposed to do, and they still ain't feminine.
Well, because they don't see in those, that's called a maturity level. Now you're talking about their maturity.
But
if they're not there, they
don't have the ability to turn it on and turn it off. That's all I said. The ability to turn it on and turn it off. They don't. If you're not that from the beginning, and if you're not mature, okay, let's say this. If you're not mature from the beginning, you're not going to be mature when it comes down to it. Does that sound better than me saying you could turn on your femininity and can't turn it off? Does that sound better? Because it's the same thing. If you don't know how to do it from the beginning, you ain't gonna know how to do it later. If you don't want to. Look at Jay, and again, Jada and Will. She's still doing that immature shit that she would have done and saying that immature shit as a 20-year-old, and she's going in her 50s.
But that's one woman.
That's most women today.
Woman, that's all you've been basing this off of one woman.
I'm giving an example. You want me to give you more examples?
Than the rest.
You want me to give you more examples? Oprah Winfrey. Have a man,
Yeah.
have a man that has his own money, that's taking care of everything that he needs to take care of, and she can't submit to him because she's doing whatever she's doing.
Because she's a fucking boss. That's why.
He's a boss
She
too.
don't need him.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. He's a boss too.
But she don't feel like she needs to submit because she's at a level, her level
Then when will
of
you
success
ever?
is up there.
Then that goes into my point. You will never do it. If you can't do, if you can't determine when somebody's good for you, and you can't even see it, and this man is still by her side during the bullshit that she's done, you still can't see that this man is riding for you, and he could do his own thing, and he's not a slouch, but you still can't choose.
I just want to let you know all these women that you're naming are all from the old school. These are not new school, new women. This like Sweetie or Nicki
Okay.
Minaj or Cardi B.
Did take Sweetie.
Like
Take Sweetie.
them are not. You're
Take
naming.
Sweetie.
You're naming older women from the older society.
Okay. Blue Jasmine. IG model that can't fucking settle down and trying to use men. Brittany Renner, who married a dude who would have took care of her, but she divorced him after 2 weeks when she had his child so she can use him for his money. Those are recent women.
It seemed like you came ready for this conversation.
This is shit I'm just pulling
This
out my
shit's been
head.
this shit's been burning on your chest for a minute. No way. I know
I'm just
all these
pulling
bitches.
these
Who the
women
fuck
out
is
of my
Blue
head.
Jasmine anyway?
There's a lot of women like this. There's a lot of women like this that will say,
Well,
I will do this if I find a man that does this. But they
I'm
never
talking-
change.
I'm speaking for all the normie women, normal normies out there.
Okay.
The normie women,
Okay. Normie women.
the
My
normie
ex-
women,
My
not no
ex-wife
Blue
Teresa.
Jasmine and
My ex-wife
Shaka
Teresa.
Khan and all them.
My ex-wife Teresa.
Boop. See, nigga, now you trying to get sued.
I didn't say her
better-
last
You ain't
name.
supposed to say her name.
I ain't say her last name. I can say her
Man,
first name. I ain't say her last name.
Unless you have 3 ex-wives with that same first name, bruh, it's not gonna be hard.
But everybody
for
don't know.
anybody.
Everybody don't know me, and everybody don't know her. So
Yeah, but your name is showing up on the thing right here. So
It's like-
it says your full
Come on,
government
man.
name. So anybody that's watching this is gonna know your full name, how you spell it.
whatever.
Your
whatever.
face.
Okay.
You gotta
Look
bleep
at
that
you.
out. Hey, make sure you bleep that out.
I'll bleep her name. I'll
Bleep
bleep
that
her name.
out.
but we know who you talking about. You
We
could
know who you talking about,
But
but
that's what I'm saying. That's a normie.
Say your ex.
That's a normie. But I'm saying that's a normie.
Right.
Same shit. Same shit.
all right, let's say this. I'll give you my past relationship. My past relationship.
With your ex.
And yes, we're just gonna say that my past
All right.
relationship.
All right, you're just gonna say that. All right, got you.
My past relationship, I felt as the man, I felt that I did everything in my power to try to keep her and to be around. But in her opinion, she felt that I didn't do enough because she felt that, I should have been not building myself up, but building her up and her situation up before building up myself. And so, that comes down to a lack of home training. That's a parent issue, because then that means that your parent got you out there thinking that you're supposed to meet a man and he's supposed to do all this stuff and build you up, and you're not doing anything. And if he can't do that, then he's not the man for you. So I get what you're saying, but that also comes down to home training.
Which goes back to your old school way of thinking that you was talking about.
But
Yeah,
okay.
Because that
okay.
is an
Wait.
old school way of thinking. That's a
It's an old school way of
what we would
thinking.
call traditional. Let's say a
Traditional. Yeah.
traditional way of thinking is that, but it doesn't work if the other side of that traditional way of thinking doesn't do what they're supposed to do with that
Exactly.
thinking.
And
It
that's
doesn't work. And with the new age girls, like Jack said, wanting to do that, they seeing what they saw. Oh, I don't want to be barefoot and pregnant and in the kitchen all the time. Now I want to go out here and make this money. They start to get that mind frame, but yet they still want that traditional relationship.
and that's what I'm. And that's my.
And it
point,
doesn't
is
work.
that you can't want that if you're not gonna give that. It's sort of
Yeah.
like respect. If I get respect, I'm supposed to get respect.
Yeah.
So you can't expect me to be a traditional husband if you can't be a traditional wife.
And nowadays that's far
Yeah,
in
that's-
between.
That's not equally yoked.
And the thing is it's out there, but see, that's the thing is what we need to do is we need to start dating. What not us, but you
Right.
know,
I know what you mean.
men, they need to date more. When I say date more, I'm not talking about fucking, because fucking leads to bad things.
You're talking about the process of a
to-
courtship, like the
Yeah,
court
you
girl.
need to
Yeah,
court.
Yeah, we need to date. We need to get to know this one. We need to conversate with them. We need to take our time. We need to, just like women say, us with some men, they need to set boundaries. As men, we need to set those boundaries, and we need to have that understanding on the table. And because we're not doing that as men, we're not setting the boundary or having it on the table because number one, we are looking for that thing, and that's the cat, the box. And so we're being blinded by the box, and we're not getting what we actually truly need and deserve.
Yeah.
Now, me and my marriage, I'm new. This is my newly marriage. I'm happy right now. And that's what I'm saying. Right now, we're still learning each other. It is a learning process, and learning processes takes time. Not it takes time for it's your boy, him and his marriage. It took time. I personally seen things in their marriage that I want in my marriage, but I can't have those kind of things yet because my marriage isn't there yet. Nowhere near that. The relationship, the friendship, they formed a bond. They are homies and they're lovers at the same time. You see what I'm saying? And it takes time, it takes patience, it takes that. And with this newer generation of both men and women, I'm not gonna just blame it on the women because it ain't just them.
No,
It's us niggas too.
never do that.
They don't want to take time. They want to rush everything. Everything got to be rushed. And then if it's not within the parameters of what they feel, then it's like that's not the one. Kick it to the curb or move it over. And then now that hurt person meet a person that's not hurt, and then they hurt that person. It's a cycle. So you got to get. It's all about self. You got to get self right first. Then go out there and go for what you really want. And most of the time,
Make
us
it
men,
known.
we are hunters. Yeah.
But
Make
how do you get
your situation known.
How do you get yourself right first when you can't even take personal accountability for the choices you make in your own life?
Well, it's some women out there that can't do that, but it's some women
some
out
men
there
that
that
do.
does get themselves right, and they do take personal accountability. So that's a toss up. That's a real toss up question right there.
But see, here's the thing with both of you saying, well, what you're saying, Jack, we can do that. We can do that all day. We can talk about, things that we see with women and relationships and stuff like that. And we can do exactly what you're doing. We could flip it all day and say, well, there are some girls that aren't like that. Well, we understand that. There are some dudes that out there that are just bums. We get it. Like we know that. Like it's not like, I'm saying that all dudes are great, all these women are trash, and I'm saying blah blah. No. Started off by saying the reason that there are women out there like this, and a majority of them are who we're speaking about, and not the other way around, because we've met them. It's not like we haven't met women like that. Is our fault. So it's not like we're not putting the blame on men. Literally started off by saying most of that we're talking about, we're complaining about right now is our fault.
Yeah,
It's
that's
ours.
exactly what I said. Yeah,
100% our fault because we don't hold
Yeah.
the women that we're talking about accountable for that.
Yep.
So when we go to the table that we were talking about, goes back to the what do you bring to the table? We accept whatever they say and bring them to the table. We don't really ask them, what do you bring to the table? They give us an answer, and then we make a decision and go, you know what? That's not enough. Thanks for playing. Not enough of us do that. We'll accept it because of what you said, Jack. We want that box. So we're blinded by the kitty cat and we'll accept it. What do you bring to the table? Nothing. Cool. I bet you your box smells like dandelions. Come here. And we'll accept it.
Yep.
If we stop doing that, hey man, we may get to a place where marriages last longer. More marriages don't end up in divorce.
And that's the reason
we may get to a place like that. I mean, it can happen.
That's the reason why the men's movement, the men's right movement is coming up, because men are starting to have standards and women hate it. They hate that men are asking them, what do you offer for me to put half of my shit on the line?
Oh, I've listened to podcasts that will remain nameless where they've got on there and said that they don't like men. They don't like it when men ask that question because women shouldn't have to. And these are other men saying this.
Yeah.
And this is what I mean. We have our other men on popular podcasts broadcasting that, you know what, women shouldn't have to bring anything to the table because, you know, my woman don't want for nothing because I pay for everything. Because of the position that they're in, they can do it. Because of the money that they make, they can do that. So now they're out there looking at us, looking down on guys like us that want women to have standards, the same way that rich women look down on girls that don't have a man that can buy them a Birkin bag. It's the same thing. That's how they looking at us. Like, and as long as that happens, man, it's gonna be an uphill battle. It's gonna be a fight. But if we just came together and said, nah, we're not gonna just accept the bare minimum. We're not just gonna accept the cat.
Yeah.
Nah. If we do that
anywhere,
man, I'm telling you, divorce rate will go down, more happy marriages, less cheating. I'm just saying it could happen.
Because like, you got to ask yourself this question. As a young man, do you want to start your own family as a young man? Yes. All young men want.
Define young.
20 years old.
No.
I'm saying
No.
if you're geared to having your own family,
I thought you said if you're young, do you want to start a family?
Yeah, I'm saying if you're geared to wanting to start your own, to have your own, to have your own legacy.
Okay.
Do you want a woman who has a child, or do you want your own child? You have
of course you want your
own.
Of course you want your own child, but
these are rhetorical questions.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You have to answer that as a young man.
Right.
Do you want a woman who got something going for herself, or do you want a woman that you need to take care of? You have to answer that question. We have to have, but though I think we need to have standards. We need to expect something of our women, not just looking at their potential.
And we're still talking about the normies, right? Us.
Yes, still talking about the normies.
Yeah. Okay.
Bet.
We need to, you got to show me something. And what we measure, we don't give a fuck about your degrees. We don't give a fuck if you got your own business. What's your character like? Can I depend on you when I'm down?
Is your mac and cheese trash?
Yeah. Can you take up the mantle of this, taking care of this family if I'm down and out, or I pass away, or I die? These are serious legacy questions. If you're just a woman who's sitting back talking about you want this and that, I can find that shit a dime a dozen.
Word.
I can go get a prostitute just like you who leaves in the morning.
Damn, you a generous lover.
But I'm just
You let
saying.
states in the morning. Whew, you a gentleman. Look at you, man.
Who leaves in the morning or leaves when I'm done.
Now that's more like
But you see
More
what I'm
like it.
saying. You see what I'm saying.
yeah.
What are you giving? If let's say me as a man, I am taking care of this family. I am making sure this family is well fed. I am making sure this table is always fixed. I'm making sure that there's a house around this table. There's a dining room around this table. I'm making sure all that shit is done. I'm making sure there's lights that's shining on the table. I'm making sure there's food on that table. Now, what are you doing? If something happened to me, can you provide all that shit that I just said? That's legacy. But if you got a woman sitting there talking about, I want a Birkin bag, I want this, that's how your attention is what keeps our relationship going. Nigga, I'm out here slaving. I'm out here busting my ass for this family. And you just want me to pick up a text message from you anytime you call?
Oh man. Yeah, that's a yeah.
We have divorces that happen for inconsolable differences. What the fuck is that?
Inconsolable differences.
Yeah, what is that?
I don't like you no more.
Thank you. Why you don't like me? Because I ain't give you enough attention? Nigga, I'm busting my ass. I'm being the traditional man that you claim that you want, but you can't stand it. Because you want me to be a modernized man who's spending all this time on the fucking internet.
Well, look, bottom line, bro. If we don't come together as men and figure out a way, I don't even figure out a way, just staying united, nothing's gonna change.
True.
We're just gonna be right back here talking about this the same way we're talking about it now. Nothing's gonna change. But with that being said, Jack, this was a good pod.
It was a good pod. I liked it.
I'm not gonna tell my wife to watch it, but I know she's gonna watch it anyway.
I hope mine. Well, no, I ain't say nothing. Yeah, I actually on the winning side. Yeah. Nah, but
and sorry,
hey,
because
somebody is on fire. Said.
so we want to thank.
He put a name out there. He was like, man,
look, no, all I heard was boop. That's all I heard. I don't know what you're talking about. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in to us, the No Apologies crew. I am your boy, Sean DeVoy. I am just one part of this No Apologies movement. And like I said, if I said anything that offended you, that got you upset, sucks.
And it's your boy, Jack Anthony. And I already know, pretty sure I said some things that kind of move people the wrong way. Look, I don't agree with everything. We all know everybody has their own opinions. But seriously, if you really didn't like what I had to say, I'm gonna take you over here to Burger King, right down the street from where I'm at, right down here, right over here. Or I could buy you a nice large ass shake with a small ass decaf stir straw. So you can suck that shit the fuck up.
Yo. And that said,
this track fit. I know I said some shit that got to you. And just take heed to some of the thoughts that we brought forth. And if I said something that upset you, made your feelings kind of cringe a little bit, your stomach turn for what I said, I don't give two rats ass. I'm gonna ball that shit up and I'm gonna shoot it in the receptacle.
who's it gonna be?
Right.
Left-handed?
Dude.
Who's it gonna be?
Dump in the trash. Who it's gonna be? I'm gonna go with Pippen.
Oh, damn. You're gonna hit him with the Scotty?
I'm gonna go with Scotty.
All
I
right.
gotta give him a little bit of love. He in the news media kind of crying about
Yeah.
documentaries and shit that Jordan making money on.
Yeah.
Give
All
him a
right,
little
y'all.
love.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button. You know what to do. It's free.
It's free.
It's
Doesn't cost anything to share.
Mad free, son.
Free 99.
Mad free. But all right. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's the
Yeah.
No Apologies Network.
Love.
Peace.
All right, fellas, what we gonna talk about next?
That look like somebody